Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Streaming Safari here at the Lion Habitat Ranch. I'm so sorry we haven't come to you live on a Saturday in a while, but we're here a little bit late. Actually, we are closed right now, but we are actually going to be switching to our summer hours shortly, so I did want to update you guys on that. If you want to come out and see us tomorrow or Monday, we're going to be open our regular winter hours, which is 11 to 3, but starting next week, we'll actually be open from 10 to 2, so you can get here a little bit earlier. As it gets warmer, it's really nice to come out here around 10 so that you guys don't cook while you're out here visiting our lions. So hopefully that'll be a good time for you guys to come out and see us. We also have some events coming up. We're going to be celebrating Benny's 9th birthday. Is that correct? Yeah, Denise is shaking her head. And his birthday is on the 15th, but we're going to be celebrating it on the 16th, as well as Easter on the 17th. And I think that's Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, so Saturday and Sunday, so come out and see us. And of course, when you're out here to see us, you can of course get a giraffe feed or even maybe a giraffe painting experience, maybe a lion feed if you're feeling extra brave. You don't have to be extra brave. You can just feed a lion. Some of them are very sweet. And we will make sure that you are safe. As always. I would like to start by thanking everybody as well. If you've come out to see us or been able to make any donations, we are a nonprofit, so anything that you can do for us does go back to taking care of our amazing animals, so thank you so much. And all of those links are right down below as usual. So today we're going to have just a little quick demonstration for you, and as this demonstration kind of goes, I'm going to explain some stuff to you guys about how clouds are formed, and I thought it was a really good day to do this because it's been kind of a cloudy and now blustery day today. So hopefully this will be fun and a quick, easy thing for you guys to do. So this is only going to require a couple different things. Oh, I didn't mention that we've been doing Streaming Safari now for 2 years. This is our 2-year, this week is our 2-year anniversary of doing Streaming Safari. So thank you guys for watching Streaming Safari with us. And hopefully we'll be back to our regular schedule for Streaming Safari for you guys. Denise is doing this. But we really enjoy doing it. So hopefully we can get that back on schedule for you guys and have a lot of nice fun experiments for you and some, of course, some interactions over Facebook with our animals as well. All right, so for this, you're just going to need a glass. You're going to want it to be clear so that you can actually see through it. You're going to fill it up with some water. One of the things that you can do to kind of play with this little experiment is to actually fill it to different levels. The second thing you're going to need is shaving cream. And the shaving cream in a second is going to go on top of our water that's in this glass. And then, finally, you're going to just need some regular food coloring. Any colors that you want. I've got some fun colors in here, so we'll pick out a few. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our shaving cream and we're going to kind of carefully put it on top of here. Now, the idea is that the thicker you make the shaving cream, hopefully it'll come out of the can. The thicker you make the shaving cream, the longer it's going to take for this little reaction to kind of occur. There's a lot of shaving cream in this can, I promise. It's just not coming out of it. All right, so we're going to fill that guy up with our shaving cream. And this shaving cream, essentially what we're doing is trying to mimic a cloud. So clouds sit on top of our atmosphere, and basically this is all, going to be the oxygen that we breathe, all kinds of other things that we have in the air normally. And then the clouds are kind of at different levels in the sky. And sometimes our clouds are going to be up really, really high, and sometimes they're going to be down really, really low. Sometimes they're even going to be at face level when we get fog. Very similar things. So what happens with clouds is that all of the water that's wherever, whether it's just kind of in the air or whether it comes from the ocean or a lake or a stream or a river or a... Did I go over all the waters, all the waters of body, all the bodies of water? Sorry, guys. It's going to evaporate into the air, and then it's also going to condense because there's all kinds of little dust particles and things, and that's going to condense together to form a cloud. Now, it can condense together to a certain extent. After a while, what's going to happen is that cloud's going to just become too heavy, and that's what we want our food coloring to show. Eventually our food coloring will start kind of drifting through our cloud similar to rain. And so we're kind of trying to mimic some rain here. And that's why I
might have done this experiment on Streaming Safari, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we've done this one on Streaming Safari before. I haven't seen it in a while though, so maybe it was back at our 1-year anniversary that we did something like this or something similar. We do a lot of different things with our atmospheric stuff, and I do like to introduce that again occasionally. So if you've seen this one before, now is another demonstration for you guys. So we'll kind of watch and have that work its way down. And hopefully as we talk about this, my dyes will start to drip here. And while our dyes start to work their way down, we're going to talk about how clouds are formed.
Is there math?
There is no math today, Denise. You're going to be very excited about that. All right, and if I need, I can put a little bit more food coloring in there. It should take a little bit of time because that's essentially what we want, is for it to mimic that
rain cloud.
That rain cloud and that amount of accumulation of water that eventually just lets out. Oh, there we go. We got a little bit of our pseudo rain here coming down. And I think this experiment is just really pretty. It just looks really pretty. And then if you let it last over time, you can see the different colors come through. Again, if you use more or less of that shaving cream, it's going to kind of mimic smaller clouds versus larger clouds. And what I wanted to show you guys was I wanted to kind of explain kind of what happens here locally. So we're in something called a double rain shadow. And so what happens is, if you are watching us from here, you probably know that California is pretty close. And in California, we've got, of course, our beachy waves going on. And when the sun shines down on these beachy waves of ours, it's going to bring the water from the ocean up into the air, right? I'm going to try to get the wind from...
Hold on. There you go.
All right. So from our ocean waves, that water is going to come up into the air as the sun shines down on it. And then it's also going to start moving kind of toward the east, right? So California is our west coast, and we're going to start moving toward the east. And Las Vegas is a little bit northeast. So if you're coming up the 15, you're going northeast from California. And what you encounter is two sets of small mountain ranges.
Sierra Nevadas?
You're in the Sierra Nevadas, but that first one is the Cajon Pass that you come through, has that little hilly range that you come through on the 15. And then you encounter the mountain pass that's right after Baker, right before State Line. Okay, so what happens, in addition to the water particles moving upward, they're also going to move upward as they go over the hills, right? And what's going to happen is that down here near the beach, it's going to be warmer. And up here, as it reaches the top of the mountain, it's going to be colder. And as that condensed water gets cold, that cloud that's formed at the top of this mountain is going to get so heavy, just like our experiment here that we see with our dyes, that cloud is going to get so heavy that it's going to start to rain. And that's why we get a lot of rain, a lot of snowstorms as we approach the top of the mountains. And if you've driven here from California, you know that if you're driving here in the winter, sometimes you encounter a lot of snow. Now, this happens twice. So on this leeward side, or the back side of the mountain, this cloud's going to be really dry, or it's not even going to be even really that existent when it comes over here. So this is what's called a rain shadow. In other words, an area where there's not a lot of rain. But then the same thing's going to happen again a little bit. The rest of the moisture in the air is going to come up this second set of hills, and it's going to rain in that pass that's right after Baker. Now, as it passes over the hill, you get another rain shadow where it doesn't rain very much. And that's part of the reason that it doesn't rain so much here in Las Vegas. And if you live here in town, you might have noticed something about how the clouds come over the hills. Here where we are at the Lion Habitat Ranch at the very south side of town in Henderson, it actually rains a little bit more here than it does if you're all the way over in the like Las Vegas central area by the Strip. And that's because we're in the front of this rain shadow where there might be still a little bit of cloud left. But as you keep going northeast, that cloud totally disappears. So hopefully that gives you guys some information about how clouds work and how clouds form with mountain ranges, and gives you a nice little fun experiment to do to check out how clouds work. Thank you guys so much, and hopefully we'll see you again next week.